Hello everybody, got another quiz. This is, which Halloween movie character is your spooky counterpart? Sounds like a good one for spooky season. If I can get my computer to cooperate. Come on. I see an ad here for The Bad Guys. It was really cute. I enjoyed the movie, and I really love the book series that it's based off of. I have read all of them that are currently out, and they're very funny, and I think middle grade kids especially would love them. Okay, let's start the quiz. I just got off work about an hour and a half ago. I'm really kind of sleepy. I'm probably going to go to bed after this. Okay, what's your go-to Halloween costume? Ghost, famous person, anything horribly scary, or witch? I've been a ghost. I've been a witch. I don't know that I've necessarily been horribly scary. Have I been a famous person? I've been a comic book character. Would that count as a famous person? I don't know. Witch is easy, I guess, so we'll say that. Not really any of those. It's going to be one of those kind of quizzes, apparently, where it's going to give me a bunch of choices that don't really apply. Halloween is a time to dress up and become anyone you want, so which costume do you tend to screw towards? Do you enjoy dressing as a famous person, or perhaps you go more traditional and dress like a witch? Yeah, I'm going to say witch, because that tends to be a fairly easy thing to be. Oh gosh, this is so slow. Should have made a cup of tea before starting. Pick candy. Milky Way, Snickers, Starburst, candy corn, Snickers. That was an easy one. Candy corn for me, it's too sweet and I don't like the waxy texture. Milky Way is fine, but I'd prefer the Snickers because I like the peanuts in it. Starbursts are fine when I want something not chocolatey. Who do you typically go trick-or-treating with? I don't go anymore. I used to go, I remember one year a friend and I, we started from her house and we did, like, in her neighborhood, and then we hopped a fence and went into a completely different town. And we did a huge neighborhood there. I don't go now. So should I say I don't go? Because, I mean, I'm 50. I don't go trick-or-treating. My brother and I were 7 years apart. I don't know that we necessarily ever went trick-or-treating together other than to my grandma's house. A lot of times I went on my own. I'm going to say I don't go because I'm just, I'm too old for that. Oh, the telemarketers are starting up. Good. Go away. Phone must be out on the thing. Let me pause you here. Well, never mind then. They hung up. By the time the computer decided to let me pause, they had already hung up, so whatever. Didn't want to talk to them anyway. During Halloween, it's always fun to go out at night, hopping house to house, trick-or-treating. Okay. So this picture's from Halloween Town. It's a cute series of movies. And it's appropriate for this because they weren't allowed to go trick-or-treating because Bob knew that they were part of a witch family and didn't want them to celebrate the rituals and stuff, whatever. How do you get ready for spooky season? Have a seance, light things on fire, watch movies with my family, egg my neighbor's house. I'm probably going to watch movies. Actually, I know I'm going to watch movies. Maybe we'll do a quick review of the new Halloween movie when it comes out Friday. Because we're going to watch it. That's planned. We're going to watch it. There are lots of different ways people get ready for spooky season. Well, some people can't wait until the night before to get into a bit of mischief. Other people might hang around their house and watch movies with the family. Did y'all hear that? My stomach's growling. Probably should have eaten some breakfast. Maybe I will after the video. What are you doing on Mischief Night, the night before Halloween? What day does that fall on? That's a Saturday. I will be going into work. Putting a spell on my enemies, jumping out of the shadows, scaring people, smashing pumpkins, making jack-o'-lantern. Not any of those things. I'm going to be at work. Maybe watching a movie if he's not wanting to do anything. Go away, ads. I'm going to put a spell on my enemies. How's that sound? That sounds like something I would do. I mean, after all, I did say I would dress as a witch, right? Wonder what my witch hat is. I have a really neat one. It's black and it's got like feathers and it's really cool looking. Come on, computer. I'm so tired I might fall asleep waiting on this stupid computer to... Oh, yeah. Page unresponsive. Come on. If it's very dark on Halloween night, what do you do? What? Turn on a light? I mean, if it's dark enough, you use a flashlight, right? Let's see, it's Sunday night, so Sunday into Monday I do midnight to 8 a.m., so I'm not staying home. I actually like being in the dark. So let's choose I thrive in darkness. Assuming the computer will let me do anything. We're back to not responding. Why does it always have to screw up when I'm in the middle of recording a video? What type of mouth does your jack-o'-lantern have? Crooked yet menacing grin, sharp teeth, big smile, one buck tooth right in front. Crooked yet menacing grin. One Halloween tradition many people follow is going to a pumpkin patch, selecting a pumpkin, bringing it home to carve. So it begs the question, what type of mouth are you carving in your jack-o'-lantern? Why does the explanation for the question not show up until after I've made my selection, and it won't let me change my selection afterwards? I mean, really? You're being chased by a bully. What do you do? Oh, that's from the Addams Family. That's Wednesday Addams. Christina Ricci. I'm being bullied, so scream and run the other way, pull out my hidden knife, laugh in their face because no one is a bigger bully than me, call my mom. I'm probably gonna just walk away. I know that says scream and run away, but that's the closest thing. Blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, I'm so low energy today. I'm just... I had a long, busy day yesterday, and I only got a short nap before I had to go to work. How would your friends describe you? Oh, that's, from Halloween. I haven't watched that yet. I need to watch that movie again. I usually watch it every year. Let's see what they say. I'm blunt, rude, morbid, or friendly. How would my friends describe me? I would hope they'd say I was friendly. They wouldn't want to be friends with me if I was rude or blunt or whatever. Those seem very negative. Although I do have a morbid sense of humor, they might go with that. Let's say morbid. Are you an emotional person? Yeah. Beetlejuice. I love Beetlejuice. That's a great movie. I might do a couple more videos about different movies. I'm thinking about maybe doing one about like horror comedies, and I would put Beetlejuice in with that and Ghostbusters and things. There's some great movies, especially from the 80s. Who is your favorite horror movie villain? Pennywise, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Dracula! I'm a vampire at heart. Although they are all good villains. Pennywise is very creepy. How would you describe your life? Never dull, magical, sorrowful, joyful, and fun. Well, exhausting's not a choice. I'm going to say, well, I don't know, I'm kind of boring actually. But it seems like there's always something going on. We'll say never dull, I guess. Do 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 do. Describe your style. What style? I don't have style. Colorful and whimsical, business casual, dress to the nines, white and flowy. Black? I say that as I'm wearing a red shirt, or a pinkish red shirt and a purple sweater, or hoodie. I guess my second choice is colorful and whimsical, because I do love tie-dye. I'm kind of one extreme or the other. Black or tie-dye. And this is my Because Bats Are Freaking Awesome shirt that I got for Christmas from my brother and sister-in-law last year. I'm not sure where they found it. I think they probably got it on an Etsy shop. My favorite color is black. Done enough of these quizzes. If you've watched them, you already know that. My gosh, I'm going to put y'all to sleep. I'm dying here. I can't get my eyes open. I started reading a book last night. I'm reading Uzumaki, which is a manga, and it's very weird. It's supposed to be a horror manga, and these people in this town are being haunted, or not haunted necessarily, but they're being haunted might be the closest word. I'm not sure what the word is that I want. It's not possessed. But there's these spirals, and they're causing people to like go mad, and it's very bizarre. It's by Junji Ito, and is the artwork's great. The story is very bizarre. I'm about a third of the way through. How do you feel about children? Well, only if they come with one pretty parent. What? They scream a lot. I like them. No, I don't like the screaming. Children are okay, but I know I'm not going to have any more. I'll say I love them, I guess. I don't hate them. But I tell you, when those kids across the street at the school come out for recess, they are so loud, and I can hear them screaming here inside the house, and I'm just like, stop screaming. Shut up. You don't need to be so loud. Especially because I'm usually trying to sleep. You see an attractive person across the bar, what do you do? Stare at them until they become uncomfortable. Nothing. They should offer to buy me a drink. Say hi. Start flirting right away. I'm kind of shy, so I might say hi if they seemed approachable. Chances are I wouldn't do anything, but I'm not going to expect them to buy me a drink randomly. So really, none of these choices. Again, I gotta stop doing these quizzes because I never fit any of the choices. How do you feel about weird things, such as goo? I'm not sure what this photo's from. It says New Line Cinema underneath it, but I'm not sure what the movie is. I know it's not Stranger Things. I don't know. Weird things are cool. Stupid thing, you had to jump when I started to click. Cool. What do they say about weird things? There are certain people out there who have no problem looking at, playing with, or experimenting with strange, odd, and weird things. What are your thoughts on the matter of all things weird? Well, I mean, goo? That's the only option you gave us, is goo. So, I mean, is goo necessarily weird? I know slime is the popular thing lately. I never understood the slime fascination, but we probably would have loved it too when I was a kid, because, I mean, kids do have a tendency to like weird stuff. Do you tend to find yourself getting into trouble? Yeah. Only when my original plans don't go as well planned. Yes, but my parents are fine with it. Oh, all the time. Never. I'm a good person. You could be a good person and still get into trouble. What is your favorite Halloween movie? Oh, that's a hard question. What are the options you're going to give me? Well, that's from the Addams Family again. Hocus Pocus, Annabelle, Halloween Town, Halloween. I haven't seen Annabelle, but out of the other three, I like all of them for different reasons. And they're all kind of traditions that I normally watch yearly. I guess I'll go with Halloween. If I want something a little scary, I go with Halloween. If I want something fun and family friendly, then Hocus Pocus or Halloween Town, either one. Because they're funny and they're entertaining without being overly scary. It depends on the mood I'm in. I've never seen Annabelle. Is that the one about the doll? I think that's the doll one. Dolls are creepy. Or at least they can be. What is your favorite sport? I don't do sports. I don't do sports. I did think fencing looked like it might be interesting to try. But I don't sport. No. What is your dream job? Reading? Okay, that's Halloween Town again. Mortician, professional athlete, professional musician, museum owner. Ooh, that would be cool. Museum owner. Could I have a mortician museum? Because at one point I considered going to the School of Mortuary Science and becoming a mortician. Mortician or museum owner? Oh, that's a tough choice. I'm going to go with museum owner. I collect a bunch of weird crap, so that would be... Maybe I could collect mortician paraphernalia. Become a mortician to support my museum habit? Oh, goodness. And we're back to not responding. Come on. What is your favorite thing about Halloween? Is Halloween. I love Halloween. Halloween's great. Beetlejuice. The candy, strolling through graveyards, parties with lots of people. I can be myself. I'm not big on parties. I don't like crowds. But everything else sounds good. Except, man, Halloween candy is outrageously priced this year. They've got to fix the supply chain issue. Because, like, we're at Walmart yesterday, right? And we went through the Halloween aisles, and everything was picked over. It was picked over 2 weeks ago. And they haven't replenished. So it's like they're crowding in with all the Christmas stuff now. And I'm not ready for Christmas stuff. Can we at least get through Halloween first? I'm going to say that I can be myself, because that includes candy and graveyards. But yeah, everything was very picked over. And when I was in there 2 weeks ago, it was very picked over. So it's like either they didn't get stuff in, or they're not getting replacement stuff, or they just don't. Well, it's Walmart, they don't care. But they just don't seem to want to promote Halloween sales, you know? And the packaging's getting smaller and the price is going up, and I haven't bought any Halloween candy because I don't know what to get, and the prices are outrageous. I can't afford it. I got other stuff I need to get, like a new coat, because it's fucking cold outside, and a mouse chewed a hole through the one I've got. So I have to go buy a new coat at some point. Which United States city would you like to live in? Ooh, New Orleans would be interesting. Salem would be interesting. Manhattan, that's not the city, that's the borough. That, you mean New York, New York? New York is a fantastic city. I don't know that I'd want to live there, though. I do like going there to visit. I've been there a couple times. I don't know that I'd necessarily want to live there. I think New Orleans and Salem are a little more laid back than New York. I don't want to live in Florida. Especially after that hurricane that just came through. And it gets way too freaking hot in the summer. So that's where I'm looking at New Orleans being, it'd be too hot in the summer. But then Salem would probably be too cold in the winter. It'd probably be more like here. And the witchiness. Oh, let's go Salem. I haven't been there, but I think it would be cool. Out of the four, the only one I've been to is New York, New York. So, I'm going to say Salem. I like the witchy vibe. Where do you typically go to think? The attic, questionable establishments, cemetery in the backyard, my living room with my books. I'm going to hang out with my books. In my bedroom, not the living room, but I'm going to hang out with my books. If I had a cemetery in my backyard, I'd probably hang out there. Which pet would you have? Please have a bat on the list. Please have a bat on the list. Please have a bat on the list. Well, grr. Big friendly dog, spider, cockroach, books are my pets. Well, as much as I love my books, I would love to have another dog. That's the highlight of me going to work now. Because my client has a puppy. And he's the sweetest little thing. Except he likes to chew. He's in the teething mode. And he thinks I'm a chew toy. Someone needed your help. What would you do? Help in any way possible. Make a potion. Is fire, pain, or death involved? Make sure there's something in it for me before helping. I would help. If I was able to, I would help. That's just the kind of person I happen to be. On the weekend, you can usually be found. I'm not going to be in jail. I'm probably going to be reading at home. Such is the life of a bookish person. I mean, if you looked in my room right now, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bins and like 3 boxes on top. 2 more bins here. I've got my bookshelf full with like 5 big bags of books. I've got my library books all piled up on top of the dresser. I've got books on my nightstand. I've got books on the bed. I've got books on the outside of the bed. I'm covered in books. And then if I walk out of my room, oh yeah, and there's a box of books under the table and a couple books on top of the table that the computer's sitting on. If I go out of the room, there's books all the way up the stairway. There's several bins of books. There's a bookcase. I've got books in pretty much every room of the house, I think. I don't know if there's one in the laundry room or not, but there might be. There's definitely a book in the bathroom. There's books all over upstairs in the office, my old bedroom. I think there's even a couple in my son's room. What is your favorite drink? Let me get rid of this stupid ad that's blocking everything. What is your favorite drink? Spiced wine, water, chocolate milk, beer. I don't drink beer or wine. Chocolate milk's okay on occasion, but I'm going to go with the water, I guess. I drink unsweet iced tea, sometimes with lemon. I drink hot tea with honey. Sometimes I'll drink lemonade or fruit punch. And I'm always drinking water. Those are my go-to. If I'm going to have something alcoholic, it's going to be probably some form of whiskey. Because I do like my whiskey and bourbon and that family of alcohol. Who's your favorite Scream Queen? Sarah Michelle Gellar's not a Scream Queen. She's Buffy, but she's not Scream Queen. Janet Leigh, Jamie Lee Curtis. I know more about Jamie Lee Curtis. Linda Blair. Has she done anything other than The Exorcist that would qualify her? whatever. Anyway, back to drinks. I do like a cocktail on occasion. Morbid curiosity? Hell yes. I like pina coladas. We used to get Chambord margaritas, and those were fantastic. It's basically a margarita, but a raspberry margarita, but they use Chambord as the raspberry in it. So, a little extra shot of booze. We used to get something called a tequila sunset, which is basically a tequila sunrise with a shot of 151 rum added. I like a toasted almond, but I like it frozen. I guess you can get it as like a shot, but I'd rather have it as a frozen drink. Do you play well with others? What are my choices? People are means to an end. Yes, I love making friends, and I tend to scare them away only with my siblings. I tend to be a loner. I get along really great with my brother, though. Now. Which superpower would you want? Pyrokinesis, shapeshifting, super strength, flight. I could see where all of these would be useful. Might be kind of fun to shapeshift. And you could shapeshift into something that flies, so then you would get flight built in. You could shapeshift into something strong that you'd have your strength built in. I don't know if you could shapeshift into something pyrokinetic. I'm going to say shapeshifting. I think that would be really kind of interesting. I think that would be fun. Your friends would describe you as way past introverted, way past extroverted, introverted. If you're past introverted, you're not going to have friends. You're going to be isolated. Of course, I don't really have that many close friends, so... How do you feel about rules? I listen to them, break what I don't want to follow. There are guidelines meant to be broken. They keep people safe. I hate them. Guidelines meant to be broken. You got to learn the rules and then know when to break them, when it's appropriate. That's one of the things I learned in art school, is you learn the rules of art and then you learn how to break them. Which board game would you want to play? Ouija, Operation Risk, Life. I hear somebody coming down the stairs. Yep. You want to do that video about the cereal?
Yeah, I guess.
Alright, we'll do that after I finish this one. You're going to get another video. Woohoo. A taste test. I used to do Ouija board all the time with the friends I had in college. Operation always freaked me out when it made that buzzing noise. It always made me jump. I didn't like it. I've never played Risk. I did like the Game of Life, and we made our own version of it, where basically every square was a pay square. Something happens, pay this much. Something happens, pay this much. What's your go-to pattern? Pinstripe, starburst, solid swirls. What do they mean, like to wear? I tend to wear solids. I guess that's close to a starburst, but I tend to go, especially with like my long sleeve stuff, I tend to go with solids. Favorite classic horror movie? It, Gremlins, Psycho, Halloween. If you're talking classic, it's Psycho, man. Out of these four. Now, Gremlins is an interesting case because it's one of those kind of horror comedy Christmas movies. It's a weird mashup. What is your favorite Halloween movie quote? Halloween the holiday or Halloween the movie? Never trust the living. Look, another glorious morning. It makes me sick. You severely underestimate my apathy. Can I keep you? Never trust the living. That's from Beetlejuice. The older lady in the office that was supposed to help the Maitlands, and she says never trust the living. Who is your favorite actor? He's not going to be on this list. But Michael Keaton's close. I like Michael Keaton quite a bit. And my favorite actor has been in a movie, a horror movie. He was in Slither. How many of you know me well? Who knows who my favorite actor is? The one that makes my little heart go pitter-pat. Who do you live with? They spelled sisters wrong, and I don't have any sisters. I don't live with my uncles. My entire family. Okay, both my parents are gone. I'm not married anymore, so it's me and my son. So I guess that's my entire family. My brother and his family live elsewhere. So have you figured out who my favorite actor is yet? I could give you clues. I am completely smitten with Nathan Fillion. Oh, I'm Winifred Sanderson, huh? From Hocus Pocus. It was like Winifred Sanderson from Hocus Pocus. You're a bit on the grumpier side. Well, yeah. And are very much a leader whose motto is my way or the highway. Well, not necessarily. You definitely aren't a fan of children. And you thrive at night time since beautiful days make you sick. You are definitely the cunning, clever, and intelligent one in your group. Sure, why not? Oh, let's see if I can get this to let me copy the... What was that all about? I must be getting emails. My Kindle's making noise. And that sound it makes is always when it's a new email coming in. Copy. And now I can come over here and say my usual spiel. Remember to do all the YouTube-y things. Comment, like, share, subscribe. Ring the bell icon to be notified of future uploads. Maybe. And we will see you in the next one. If you do this quiz, comment down below and let me know who you got. I'm kind of curious to see who the choices are. See ya.